Hello, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing the Austria practice and qualifying sessions and having a look at the team formerly known as AlphaTauri. I believe they're now known as VCARB, which is, what is it, the Visa Cash App Red Bull Formula 1 team. I mean, they'll always be AlphaTauri to me, but yeah. VCARB, what a ridiculous fucking name that is. We're going to have a go at the race strategy. They want us on mediums, it seems, so let's do that. We'll drive out because I've not done this track in a while. And hopefully we won't have too many issues this weekend. I sure hope not, because I would quite like to retake first position. I think I'm 3 points behind. So with a sprint and the race to do, hopefully we'll make some headway there. Fingers crossed. It's quite a tight pit wall, that, isn't it? No, let's see how we're doing. I'm pleased I don't have to worry about the actual driving into pits at the moment. That's something. Ba-da-ba-ba. Okay. Slow down, tackle the corner. Oh, Christ, that's tight. They'll be better on softs. That's for sure. Definitely be better on softs. Oh, so that's a coast corner, that one. A little bit of lag there, but that's okay. It's all going so far. So all well so far, I would say. So accelerate out of it corner, that's good, we can do that. We can tackle this, blah, 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 blah. Nice, no trouble, no trouble. I don't know what sectors we've completed so far, but... Oh yeah, here we go, that's definitely the pit entrance, isn't it? So it's quite a short track actually. What's that, maybe a 125? Give or take? We'll find out, won't we, I suppose. Oh, they want us to do a 120. Oh Christ, so it must have been about 115 then. Because I mean I am faster than it's a bit slow actually. Normally I'm a bit faster than the times they want us to do. I don't know, so he says as if you're all paying absolute attention to everything I do. Christ, sector 1 is so short. And that was wide again. Not ideal. Pay attention to that, not the map and the time, Jordan. Pay attention to that. Okay, so it happens that these are actually the first videos I've recorded since they've started being published. So what that also means is that this is the first video I've recorded since the news that Lewis Hamilton will be moving to Ferrari next year, which is massive news, and I have much that I want to say about it, but I can't decide if it's better for me to do that during the sprint, which will be going up later today, or save it for a race. So, but seeing as I need to sort of semi-concentrate on this at the moment, we'll stick to this for now. Yeah, there's a 120. Okay, I can live with that. They want me to manage my tyre wear, do I? I don't see that happening personally. Not given my track record. Which is funny because we're on a track, aren't we? That was too tight, that one. That time ought to be cancelled, personally, I reckon. I don't deserve time for this one after that corner. But if it's not going to penalise me, I'm going to take advantage of it. I know, I'm flirting with a time, but I'm doing it because I don't need to push too hard. And if I'm taking it a bit easier, I might well manage to save the tyres a bit. Which, as any long-term viewers will know, is one of the things I really struggle with. That and fuel. That and not overtaking. Well, not crashing whilst overtaking. I clip a lot of wings, my own and other people's. So not ideal. Fair warning, anyone, if you hear a cat in the background running about, that's because he's decided to be a Larry bastard today. Oh, the wing's a bit bouncy, isn't it? That's not good. I thought they weren't meant to be flexible. Or was that a 2023 change? Yeah. I don't know. We'll work it out. Either way. So, yeah, we'll do it now. We'll do it now because then I can concentrate on the moment at, the rest of it. Lewis Hamilton moving to Ferrari seems like a really big deal. And I suppose it is, what with him being one of the joint most successful Formula 1 racing drivers of all time, if you count it by championships. Him and Schumacher, Michael Schumacher that is, both having 7. That's a kind of a big deal. Oi. Get out of it, cat. Get out of it. There we go. Sorry, ignore that. The cat's decided he was going to go through some stuff in my room. And it was very off-putting. It has been dealt with. Yes, so there's that. Him moving to... He's one of the most decorated Formula 1 racing drivers of all time. And like I say, joint most championships under his belt. Ferrari, as discussed when I did my Ferrari section a few videos back, is the most decorated Formula 1 team of all time. So, there's a lot of pedigree there. And in recent years, Ferrari have actually been doing a fairly decent job of competing. More so this last year. The Mercedes was a bit of a letdown, I would say. Yes, they managed second place in the championship at the end, but it was a very tightly ran race between them and Ferrari, and it really was down to the wire. It was basically a matter of how Sergio Perez's 5-second penalty impacted things, rather than anything else. Like it was a tight contest between the two teams. So I can understand the appeal for Lewis to be moved across to Ferrari. Whether he'll benefit from it, I don't know. Obviously, we saw that he'll be joining Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari team, which means that Carlos Sainz is obviously going to be moving. Where he'll go, nobody knows at this stage, apart from maybe him. Though I will be honest, it will be hilarious to me if he ends up joining Mercedes. We'll have to wait and see. I've also been hearing rumour of Alex Albon joining Red Bull in 2025, which would most likely be a pairing with Max Verstappen, because I doubt Verstappen's going to want to retire at this point, unless this year's an absolute fucking nightmare for him. The man's younger than I am, which is depressing. Very, very depressing. So there's plenty of time for him to still win championships. He's at the top of his game at the moment, and it'd be death for him to be retiring at the end of this next year, or moving teams at the end of this next year, whilst they're both on top, team and driver. So it's most likely that if what am I doing? Oh yeah, if what's his name? I've forgotten his name now. If Checo's moving, we'll have to wonder where he's going as well. But there's a hell of a lot of contracts changing or ending at the end of this next season. So I'm not overly sure how many of them there are, but I know it's a hell of a lot. It's more than half, which is going to be interesting. There was always consideration that what's his name? Liam Lawson might be up for grabs next year, given how successfully he did, how well he did, in that handful of races that he took part in last year. I would be very surprised if someone didn't try and get him. It would be very daft for someone not to try and get him. Albon's at Williams, which is Mercedes linked. VCARB obviously is Red Bull linked. If there's a space opening up there, who knows? This was a bad lap for us. We'll have to do this lap again. Because we're not gaining 2 seconds in this. They're not great tyres for it, to be honest. And I got distracted talking about the movements. Yes. Either way, we will have to see what happens for most of the changes in the next few months.
We didn't really get the data we needed on that run. You might want to give it another go.
Let's return to garage gauge now, aren't we? Obviously, we should get some news in the next few months, and over the course of the year. That was a bad lap for us. Okay, I'll say us, for me. How long we got left? 16 minutes. We'll do a track acclimatization first, see if we can. Yeah, flying lap again. See if we can get used to the track a bit more. It's annoying that the qualifying lap is the one that I did the worst on out of all the laps. It's quite disappointing. But then again, there's a lot of disappointment in the world at the moment.
Okay, your goal is to get through as many corner gates as quickly and precisely as possible.
Alright, Mark.
Best of luck out there.
Thanks, Mark. His name is Mark. Okay. Let's tackle this shit. Let's see if we can hit these corner gates, shall we? Corner gates. Accurate and quick. That was a purple. I did not expect that one to be a purple. Obviously the DRS is always going to be a purple because of how it's set up. The fact that the target is 225 tells me that... I missed it. That's fine. It's fine. Christ, 2 DRS zones really close together. I hadn't even noticed that. Well, other than that one that I missed, I am hitting the speeds as well as the angle. It is all purple apart from the one that I missed. So that's good, I guess. Ah, damn it. The 2 that I missed. Okay, so we've still hit the objective with a bit of time to spare, so just hit one of them that I missed and we should be laughing here. Hit them both and we might achieve the best you can get, which would be good because it does tell you. That was a green. That's fine, I can live with a green. A green is better than a red, so you know. Unless of course you're talking about Star Wars laser beams, which I talked about in a previous video because I needed something to fill the time whilst I was driving along because it's not always that entertaining. Star Wars laser beams, red are the good guys, green are the bad guys, and it is crazy to me that that's the case because that is not how things are colour coded. It's absolutely not how things get colour coded. But, you know, who am I to question the vision of George Lucas? Oh, we hit that one that way. Yay, 3.5, which is actually going to be more than that because that's how it goes. Shall we try and get one more? Yeah, let's get one more. We might hit the full. We might get top marks. But it doesn't matter because we've already surpassed the objective. So that's good. This is good. It means that I do know the track. It's just I struggle a little bit on some of the corners. Oh, come on. I went through it. I call bullshit. Grade A bullshit. That used to be a catchphrase of mine, you know. Grade A bullshit. Can't remember why. Can't remember who with. But I'd go into a tirade about how something wasn't just bullshit, it was grade A bullshit. And I'd slightly Americanise my voice for it. But I can't really do that very well these days. I wouldn't want to offend anyone that didn't deserve it. So of course I'm going to... No, I jest. We're not going to be casually racist on this channel. Especially not against the Americans, who at this point are showing such support for the sport that it would be heinous for me to critique them in any way other than commenting what they've said back to themselves. Yeah, we missed 10 points overall. That's not too bad. How long have we got left? Time for... Yeah, we've got time for practice. Another qualifying pace. The tyres are going to have gotten a bit worn. I've done 22 out of 34 laps. So that's not ideal. But it does bode reasonably well, I would think. Oh yeah, you can see where I screwed up last time, can't you? Where I'm behind. Apparently I did well on that corner. But the rest of the track, or most of the track, was disappointing. It's fine. Doesn't matter right now, it matters after the fact. I'm just dipping. This isn't the end of the world, I don't think. Oh, fuck, that's not good. Yep, we've not got this. It doesn't help that the colours that I use for the cornering are covered up by the colours for the previous time I did the lap. That doesn't help at all. In fact, I would go so far as to say it's hindering my ability to do this. So I can't see if I'm meant to be speeding up or slowing down according to the track. It'll be better when we do the actual qualifying because we'll be on soft tyres and stuff like that. So we're not gonna go ahead and do another lap of this. We're just gonna take the qualifying as it is. We'll be on soft tyres. We'll be faster. They want us to try and get that pace on hard tyres, not hard tyres, mediums, which doesn't make a massive difference. But one mediums for a qualifying lap are not what you want to do. So we're just gonna fast forward a bit of time. You're not going to get a top qualifying pace on one medium tyres. It doesn't work like that. Put me on with softs, put me on with super softs, I don't care. What I do care about is seeing how it goes. Now if we'd done the qualifying pace for like one of the first laps, it might have been helpful. But because we were sort of shoehorned into doing the, whatchamacallits, there you go. Yeah, so he wants us on super softs. That's fine. What's that car? They want us to be that one. I want to do that. No, we'll go with the normal setup. Alright, let's do this. We'll do a flying lap. I reckon I want to get a 116, 117 if I can. That's my personal objective. I didn't see what Lawson did. Yeah, I didn't see what Lawson did in practice, so I don't know if I'm high or low boarding what my personal objective, but we'll have to wait and see. 116 is my personal goal. Okay, Virtual got a 118. So that could be a more reasonable goal. 118, okay. I'm not taking that corner well, am I? So I'm not seeing how anyone else is. Oh yeah, shit, okay. Lawson just got 117. Not sure whether Sector 2 finishes. Oh, here it is. Personal or track best Sector 2. Or at least weekend best Sector 2. That's fine, I can live with that. $117.6, 117.8. So that puts us in third place with a lap and a bit of fuel to go, which means we've got an opportunity here to do well. It all hinges on this corner, I think. If I take this corner well, which I never seem to do, although I am making up time compared to my previous. Okay, this could be good, this could be good. I went wide when I did it before, didn't I? Which slowed me down a bit. If I can gain maybe a half second, I might be able to claim pole. If I can claim pole at least for a little while, I'll be a happy chappy. And then we can go talking about VCARB whilst... it's another sector best. Oh, lovely. Yeah, we can talk about VCARB whilst we watch everyone else overtake my time. Because that's what normally happens, isn't it?
That's you into P2. You're currently on the front row. Nice work.
Right, we need to go back to the garage, and I'm not limping it round because that's just going to fuck me over. So, session info. Let's have a watch of the times. We're down into third again. Oh shit, we are losing time in sector 1 and 3. So that's 0.2. It's just over 0.2 in each. So. Okay. Well, yes, like I say, for now, we're going to wait and see what happens. We will have a talk about VCARB. So stay tuned. So, the Visa Cash App RB Formula 1 team. First off, let me say that's a shit name. That is a really shit name. No, don't get me wrong, I get it. I understand why they're called that, but it's shit. VCARB, the shortening, isn't much better. As much as I hate saying AlphaTauri, VCARB is much, much worse in my eyes. Since, officially, they've not raced yet, I can't say much about how this branding of a team has performed over the years, but they do have some pedigree still. The team can trace its roots to Minardi, which competed from 1985 to 2005, before becoming Toro Rosso in 2006 until 2019. It became AlphaTauri in 2020, and now, as part of 2024, it's become VCARB, and I'm quoting here, worst team name in Formula 1 history. Naturally, we can't be too sure what to expect unless we compare to the recent AlphaTauri results, so let's have a look at their drivers, Daniel Ricciardo and Yuki Tsunoda, and use that to get an overview. Yuki Tsunoda joined Formula 1 as an AlphaTauri driver in 2021, managing to position 9th in his first race. At the Hungarian Grand Prix, he managed to convert a 16th place qualification into a 6th place finish, thanks to his avoiding a collision on the first lap and Vettel being disqualified. He finished the year with his best race finish to date, in 4th place at Abu Dhabi, bringing him to 32 points and 14th place at the end of the season. 2022 saw a less successful season for Yuki, with only 4 point scoring finishes, with the year as a whole being a year of penalties, technical difficulties and collisions. One penalty in particular saw him with a grid penalty for the following race. He had retired from the Dutch GP, parked at the side of a track, loosened his seatbelt and then drove to the pits, which is against the rules. Which bit? I assume the seatbelt bit, to be honest. The rest seems reasonable to me, but that definitely feels like a safety issue. 2023 saw a small improvement, but the only real highlight would have to be the final race of the year, in which he qualified in a career-best 6th place and tried for a one-stop strategy. It did result in his leading the race for a while, his first time doing so, but only resulted in his finishing 8th. I got the impression over the course of the 2023 season as though Yuki was able to do incredibly well on shorter races. If they were a mere 20% shorter, he'd have undoubtedly scored more points, with his biggest issue being slipping out of the points in the latter stages of the race. That said, I suppose shortening the race would result in strategy changes across the whole grid, so we'll never know how much of an impact it would actually have made to his year. It does mean, though, that I look forward to seeing how he does over the course of 2024. I anticipate it being more of what we've seen so far, but I would very much like to see some decent results from him. Daniel Ricciardo, by comparison, is a much more seasoned driver, having started with a half-season run with HRT in 2011, giving him some experience on the F1 grid, but not netting him any points. 2012 saw a move to Toro Rosso, and a better, albeit only marginally, season. He only retired once across the whole year, in Monaco, and managed to score points in 3 consecutive races, netting him 10th and 18th place at the end of the year. He stuck with them for 2013 and improved again, finishing 13th with 20 points. More importantly, he outqualified his teammate Jean-Eric Vergne 30 out of 37 times over the 2 years they were together, helping him to earn a seat on the Red Bull team, which was being vacated by Mark Webber. His first race of 2014 with Red Bull saw him finish 2nd before being disqualified for a fuel flow issue, but he managed to make up for it across the rest of the year by gaining 3 victories in Canada, Hungary and Belgium, as well as another 5 podium finishes, earning him an impressive 3rd place overall, an achievement he would match in 2016 with another 8 podium finishes, though only one of these was a win. I could of course go through all the years and recount the results, but there's a lot of them and a lot that could be said, so instead I'm going to summarise. His last year with Red Bull saw him finish 5th, just before a move to Aston Martin for 2018. He won 2 races there, including Monaco, but ended up moving to Renault for 2019 and 2020. Across the 2 years, he only managed for 2 podium finishes, but still achieved a 5th place end to his season. In 2021, he moved to McLaren, winning his most recent race in the Italian GP. He started 2023 without a seat, but took over mid-season. After an injury 2 races into his stint, he had to take a 5-race break, returning for the last 5 races of the year and earning a total of 6 points. Without that injury, who knows what impact he might have had on the season. So what do I expect of Ricciardo over the 2024 season? I expect a lot, to be honest. He has had some remarkable races, some great results over the years he's been in the sport, and he was hindered in 2023 by only doing about a third of the season. With a full year, what should be a decent car, what with the Red Bull VCARB links, and a team giving him the support he needs, I think both he and Yuki could really shake things up this year. Honestly, I want to see both of them in the top 10 when the championship is over, and I'll be very surprised if they don't manage it. Okay, so we're going to go back out there. As you can see, we dropped down into 4th, which isn't terrible, but I would like to try and be a bit higher than that if we can. I've dropped us out at 6 minutes to go, give or take, so we've got the out lap, which will be about 1 minute 20, and then time for 2 normal laps again. 2 timed laps, I should say. Yeah, just. Our Sector 2 is still the best Sector 2 time, so whatever I'm doing there is right. It's better than everyone else's way of doing it at this exact moment in time. And that is going to be a lifesaver later on. When I need to shave some time off somewhere. I'll be shaving time off in Sector 2, it seems. It's just a shame that the DRS zones are in Sector 1. Well, Sector 1 and start of Sector 2. Oh, I hate this bit. I do hate that corner so fucking much. See what I mean now? I'm getting competitive times during quali because I've got better tyres on. I didn't expect it to be the super softs. Ah, fuck. That's not good. I didn't expect it to be super softs. I was expecting it to be soft tyres. So, this lap's a write-off. Fuck. It hinges then on the last lap we're going to be able to put in. What fuel we got? 1.59, that's enough. We'll have about 2.5, sorry, about 0.25 left at the end of our final lap. So we just need to get a good go round here so that we are at a reasonable pace. Okay. It's a shame because my sector 1 was pretty damn good. And now everyone's come out because they're all going for the last chance. They're on their outlap while I'm... No, it's not going to be good. This is going to be a bad lap as well. Okay. Well, it was worth a shot. At least we know. At least we know. Fourth isn't the end of the world. I can live in 4th place. That's Lawson there, look. Temptation to ram him off the road is very high.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this.
That was dangerous, but it's not worth the stress of going round again. So we'll just take it as it is. That's fine. We'll be starting 4th in the race, 6th I think in the sprint, if I understand the format properly. So long as we don't crash out, we should have a good chance in the sprint. But of course, everyone is out there doing another lap at the moment. So I should think that realistically there's going to be problems. Yeah. Let's see how it goes, shall we? We're still 4th. And they're still going round. Virtual's not taking a better time. No, he won't tell us. Let's see, shall we? Let's see how we panned out. Helps back us a bit, doesn't it? Yeah, still 4th. That's good. I can live with that. I can definitely live with 4th place. So yes, that's not been too bad at all. Actually, we're in a position here where we can do something reasonable in both the sprint and the race, which will be good. So that's something to look forward to later and tomorrow. I do like it when things go well. It doesn't happen all that often. Although worth noting, 28 laps and 40 laps. They are going to be long. So yes, stay tuned and I'll catch you guys later.